It is my pleasure to welcome back the man who backstopped your Belfast Giants to a League and Cup double in 2019 and 2020. I'm sure I don't need to give him an introduction. Welcome back to Belfast, Tyler Besko. Good to see you, mate. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Joel?
Yeah, all the better for seeing you. Listen, there's a lot we want to talk about. It's been a little while since the Giants fan base has seen you. First of all, I want to give you congratulations. You and your partner, Sarah, welcome baby Austin into the world. Who is, I think, just turned 1. It was his first birthday this month.
Yeah, first birthday on the 16th. So he's getting busy. So it's fun. He's keeping us on our toes.
And how does the pressure of fatherhood compare to overtime in a Challenge Cup final?
Oh, it doesn't compare. Fatherhood is so much scarier than overtime.
Listen, I want to talk a little bit, obviously, about the time after that you left Belfast and moved into Slovakia. You spent 1920 with HC Banska Bystrica, if my pronunciation is correct, posting a 930 save percentage and a 2.04 GAA. So solid numbers out there. What was that experience like playing out in Europe, playing in Slovakia?
Yeah, I enjoyed the experience. It was exactly what I thought it would be. Smaller town, you know, the fan base was diehard. They expected us to win, and if we didn't win, you know, we would hear about it, and they would let us know that we weren't doing our job properly. So, you know what, I enjoyed it. We had a great group of guys that made the season that much better. You know, a good team too. If the season didn't get cut short, I believe we would have had another championship that they wouldn't have taken away from us. So, yeah, no, it was a great time. I enjoyed Slovakia a lot.
Tyler, obviously, then that time in Slovakia gave way to something that everybody's been going through in their own different ways for the past kind of year and a half. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience in the, I don't even want to say the word, but the pandemic? I know that you turned your hand into the business world and seem to be doing pretty well in that as well. What was the experience like for you?
Yeah, it was a bit of a blessing in disguise at the same time. You know, having a newborn in the middle of the pandemic, it gave me a chance to help out my Sarah quite a bit with that. And so, you know, it's never easy taking care of a newborn and you know, some long hours. And so I was fortunate enough to be in a situation where I could help her out. And yeah, so. Other than that, yeah, I ended up getting a big boy job, got a full-time job, I guess you could say, selling cars. And I enjoyed that as well. You know, it was definitely a different experience and a bit of an eye opener as to what life has in store once hockey's done. But, you know, it was actually a pretty interesting job. I had, again, good personnel, good staff, a good boss that was very understanding once, you know, I explained to her this is my situation and going back to play hockey and everything. And so, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have been put in that position and have some good people surrounding me.
Whenever that call came from the Belfast Giants, was that always on the table for you, a return to hockey whenever the world got moving again?
It was. I have to say probably around January or so, it was kind of, you know, it was a second thought, I guess you can say. I really wanted to try my hand out in, you know, in working as a car salesman. And so I had spoken with Adam around January or so, and he was trying to recruit me and sign me for this year. And I told him I wanted to give my job a fair shot and see if I enjoyed it and if I liked it. And you know, it was one of those things where it was just bad time. I ended up in the business at the wrong time in this pandemic where, you know, we were running out of inventory and people were a little weary about coming in to buy vehicles at the time. And so, I actually I went camping with my brother-in-law, and, on my way there and on my way back, I was listening to some tunes and just reminiscing of the times in Belfast. And I started missing the game again, and I started missing that feeling of playing and you know, being in those situations or those competitive situations. And so 2 days after my camping trip, Kiefer ended up texting me, and I knew I knew there was something more. There's no way that was all. That was it had to be faith or something like that, because yeah, here we are, signed.
I want to talk about that year in 2018-19. For my money anyway, you were part of one of the, if not the greatest Giants lineup. It definitely was the most successful in a single season in terms of trophy haul. Whenever you look back at that year, winning the league and the cup double and the manner in which the club did it, what is it that you look back on most fondly if you're reminiscing about the season spent in Northern Ireland? Are you thinking about those on-ice successes, or what is it that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with the on-ice success. It's always fun winning championships and being put in those positions to compete for championships, right? Not everybody's able to do it. I was listening to interviews about the Stanley Cup Finals actually, and Corey Perry was saying, he hadn't been back. The last time he was there was last year, and the time before that was 2007. So. Just being able to be put in those positions and really enjoying the time that you're there and taking advantage of it. And so obviously Belfast has they recruit really well. Obviously last time that I was there, we had a really good group of guys that can that really gelled together as a team. And I think Thorts has his work cut out for him to try to duplicate that this year. But even the last season that they had a really good group of guys. They just couldn't put the puck in the net, unfortunately. So I think he learns as well, right? Everybody have learned from the past seasons, and they grow. And so I could see Thorts doing a really good job again this year and bringing in another really good group of guys.
Is it fair to say that you and your family, Sarah's family, were keeping an eye on the Giants during that season? I know definitely Sarah's mom was. I saw her talking quite a bit about how the team were doing and stuff. It seems like the club was never too far away from your thoughts.
No, of course. I always like to keep tabs on friends and players that I've played with. I've had people in the past ask me, who's my favorite NHL team, and I tend to say, I don't really cheer for a team in general, just more the people that I know. And I like to see my friends have success. And so it's more of that than anything. And obviously seeing Belfast do what they did the year after when I was in Slovakia and stuff, it was, I like to keep close tabs and see what's going on and wish, I wanted them to succeed again, even though I wasn't there. Once you're part of an organization, you're family at that point. And so, I kept close tabs. I obviously wanted them to have good success.
Looking ahead then, obviously, I think it's fair to say that there'll be faces that in the locker room when you return to Belfast, and maybe some faces that you don't. Is it a realistic expectation to in a first season after all of this disruption and people being off ice for so long, is it realistic to want to hit the ground running and go and chase championships?
Yeah, for sure. I think Belfast expects success, and they want to see the team do well. And I think, like I said, Thorts has been put in situations where tough situations in recruiting, and this year's night like no other. He didn't really get a chance to go watch hockey last year or try to recruit, and so he's, like I said, he's got his hands full this year. But I think with the personnel that he's brought in so far, with myself and Rainer and Murph, we've been there. We know what it takes to succeed, and he's building the right pillars to be able to go out and get those championships.
This is something that a lot of people, certainly the people watching this by and large, won't know what it feels like. What's it going to be like for you at the end of all of this to finally get back here and to take to the ice on that first game night back in the SSE in something like 18 months? How's it going to feel to skid out there and to see that fan base and feel that buzz again?
Yeah, obviously it's hard to describe that feeling, right? To be able to go out and play in front of fans like that and hearing that cheering and stuff, and they really are the sixth man out there, the seventh man out there, right? And I've said it before, like we thrive off of that stuff, and to be able to get that feeling back again and feel that and be a part of that, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's like I said, it's hard to describe that feeling you get when you're put in that position.
Listen, we can't wait to have you back here, Tyler. I can't wait to see it. I know that I'll probably be in the stands crying my eyes out on that first night back. Can't wait to see you back here. Can't wait for Besko Mania to run wild again in Belfast. Just want to send our best wishes to you, your family. Everybody keep safe out there, and we can't wait to see you back in Belfast in the near future.
Absolutely. Much appreciated, Joel. Take care.